Hi, and welcome to AR for Learning. I am Katie Ann Wilson. I am your moderator host. This is a GHO tonight plus a Twitter chat. So I will be living in both worlds. If you are on Twitter or watching and you would like to join in and sit with me and talk with me in the GHO, just give me a direct message and I will pull you in as quickly as I can so that I'm not talking to myself, which is always great to have somebody join in on the fun with me. So tonight's topic, we had to change it. Our guest speaker could not make it. We will reschedule. Amber, she will be doing sketch notes, but tonight we are going to talk about games in education. Since, there are several games that are buzzing around in the world of education, and teachers want to draw kids in and keep their attention and keep them motivated, so that they are trying to use these popular games and trying to find ways to make them worthy in education and bring in the value and use them as, inspiration for the kids, motivation, engaging. So tonight we'll be talking all about different games that we can bring into education and use with our students. Now, the slides for the slides that are being posted on Twitter, and I will show them in GHO, were created by Bunsey. And don't worry if you can't follow along, can't find all the resources. The chat is archived, and so will the video, and they'll be posted in our group, and I will share them out. And I see Larry is joining us. Tonight's question was, please introduce yourself and how far away from the beach you are. I'm in Kansas, so I'm like extremely far away from any beach. So he is not too far. He's in New Jersey. So hi, Larry. Hopefully you're having lots of fun and you get to visit that beach. So I will be doing lots of back and forth tonight as we're chatting. And keeping people in Twitter land happy and keeping people watching the GHO happy. So like I said, feel free to send me a message and I will pull you in so that you can join me in the GHO. And Cindy is here. Good afternoon, good evening, Cindy. She's in Texas, or no, Louisiana. Sorry, I was thinking Texas. I have lots of people I talk to from Texas. Maybe that's it. And there's Terry. Of course, Terry is not very far from a beach. She lives in Florida. So hi, Terry. Nice that everybody is joining in. And Camellia is in Colorado. So she's like me. We're not very close to any kind of beach. Unless there's a lake and that has a nice beach, but there's not that many in Kansas. So, again, if you're watching and you want to join in, feel free so that I am not talking to myself. Send me a message and I'll pull you into the GHO side and we'll have a nice chat about games and education. And Cindy, she said she shared my book today at a tech conference. It was a hit. I'm so happy you shared my book and it was a hit. I wrote the book, Keys to Unlocking the Universe via Augmented Reality. You can get it in many formats, and it's available in online stores like Amazon, Blurb. It's in a global network. It's also available for a download in the on your iPad in the iBook store, and it's also an ebook version. So whatever your pleasure is, you can get that book. And if you have questions, feel free to contact me anytime. I'm pretty active on Twitter or most social media, or not most, but quite a few of the social medias, and I will respond to you as quickly as I can. So let me reply to Cindy. And we'll get started with the first question. And Larry says, he's so happy he could get the kids into bed and to join. I would be happy too if I could get my kids into bed. 2 of them are teenagers, so there's no going to bed early for them. Okay, so let me get to the first question. I have to share my screen. And we get the wonderful spiral of death there. So hopefully everything is being seen. Cindy is sharing that a lot of people took screenshots of my cover of my book. That's great. I love it. Let them know, Cindy, if they have any questions, to contact me anytime. Okay, so are you ready for the first question? It is posted in Twitter, so now I'll show it. Games. Do you have a favorite game you would like to play? If so, what is it, and does it have any educational value? Now, for me, games are a fun way for kids to learn. That's how they discover and they play, and they're playing games. So there's going to be tons of games, and I'm not just talking video games or computer games. I'm talking about any kind of game, like a board game, a card game. What kind of games do you use with your, or that are your favorite that you just love? For me, all games can be used into education, and I play quite a few. I really like the ones that are problem-solving games that make me think, and it makes the kids think too. And I also like the ones that I don't have to think, and it's just my get away from everything. I can sit there and I don't have to think about it, and I can play it and just be in my space. So, you know, games have a purpose, either to entertain, to engage, and sometimes it's a release. For me, it can be a release where I can just not focus on anything. I don't have to grade papers. I don't have to feed the kids. I don't have to cook the dinner. I don't have to do the laundry. I can just kind of breathe. We do a lot of board games when my sons were little. I have a whole closet full of games, from Monopoly to Sorry to Uno, Skip Bow, and we would do this for bonding. So games are another way to bring in those social skills too. So games are a great use to break the ice, to get kids engaged. So I personally believe that games will belong in education. So let's see what some of our Twitter peeps are talking about with the games. Terry says most games have value, and I agree. I love board games and card games. She's not a video gamer, and I'm not really a big video gamer. I like to play some games on my iPad, but I don't play on the PlayStation or the Wii or anything and just game on. I mean, that's not me. So I am totally in agreement there with Terry. Cindy, her favorite game right now is Breakout EDU. It has lots of EDU education value, and I totally agree, Cindy. I got to play it, and we did not break out, but we had a lot of fun trying to, and it was building the social skills and, you know, sharing of our ideas and brainstorming and collaborating. It was a great experience when you get these, you know, strong adults in the room and they're trying to, you know, be the first ones out, and yeah, it takes a lot of compromising. Oh, okay. And Susan is here. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. Larry says, anything Star Wars related, plenty of great connections for EDU, and I totally agree too. I mean, Star Wars is a great intro into lots of, math and language arts and storytelling. So great tool. Okay, let's see what else other people are saying. I like to play Monopoly with my kids. That's how I taught them how to manage some money and, the value of a money. That 500 is more than 100 and some property might be more valuable than others. So we played Monopoly a lot. I have like Monopoly Junior. I have the regular Monopoly. I have, what was the other one? The banking one with the credit card, which, getting that credit card in your hand, you think you have unlimited spending, and you really don't. So it's a great tool to teach kids. Camellia says she used to always teach her students Nine Morris, which is a great critical thinking game, a class tourney. I have never heard of that. I would like more information about that one. That sounds like an interesting game. So we'll see if she replies and gives us some more information. Susan, Settlers, a Catan, great strategy thinking game, and I have not heard of that one either. Would also like more information. Since I'm a computer nerd, I know a lot of computer games, but I'm not familiar with that one. Terry says, games create problem solvers, critical thinking, and math skills. Totally agree. Okay, and Laura. Hi, Laura. And Laura says she loves games and she gets addictive easily. She's crazy for the agar.io, agar.io. I'm going to have to, that's another new one for me. So we're going to have to definitely share these games I've never heard of. There's tons of games out there. Larry says, oh, and anything zombie related, gotta have our zombies in our games. He has some great lessons and plans that are focused around zombie. I would love to see some of those, Larry. Definitely would love to see some of the zombie lessons. Camellia is she would like to do breakout EDU digital games. I would like to do that too, because I'm a digital person. So I foresee myself creating some. Definitely. Okay, so the second question is going to be posted, so I will move on to that one. Anne is here. Hi, Anne. Don't worry if you're late. It's okay. She is in Florida, so I'm pretty sure she's not too far from a beach. And Camellia has shared or tweeted out the 9 Men's Morris link, and it's archived, so it'll be saved in the archived, and then we'll definitely share that out as soon as I can get a little bit more focused on my tweeting. Larry has also shared out some zombie-based. It will be saved in the archives as well, and I will be sharing that out as well. So keep an eye out on AR for Learning, as we're going to be sharing out some resources about games and education. Hi, Shirley. It's nice to see you. I can type. Let's see. She's in Daytona Beach. We got all these people joining us from Florida. It's not fair. I would love to be on the beach right now. She likes card games and board games. Payday was always a favorite. Read mail, pay bills. I totally agree, Shirley. Those were some of my favorites. Okay, so we should be ready for question 2. Question 2 is, what are some of your students' favorite games? Do you think they have any educational value? For me, my students, and I have a lot of boys that I teach. I teach STEM and computer application, computer science classes, and I have a lot of boys. And a lot of them play Minecraft and Clash of Clans, and they get so jealous when they see my Clash of Clans and see my levels. And I play just to be one up on them, I think. They challenge me a little bit. And then they would love to have a Minecraft in class. It is currently being blocked at our school. I did get permission to host a Minecraft party where I had some high school students for their independent project build a server. And then my students connected to that server. It was on a Saturday, and they played for 3 to 4 hours. We had refreshments or a concession stand. The kids could get some snacks. They could play with each other on the server, and it was a fundraiser, and it was great for the kids to play. So those are some of the ones that I have, and I totally do believe that there is educational value, especially with the math, storytelling, problem solving, critical thinking. All of those definitely go into those games. And Susan says that the game she shared is not cheap and has lots of variations. She's played it with adults, but some 6th graders love it too. So I will definitely have to look into that game. Anne says her favorite game in the classroom is Buzz. It's a skip counting game. That sounds like fun. If I could type. Can't type today. I'm the typing teacher. I also, when I do type, I have lots of typos. Yay for the typing teacher, right? Another great online game, Camellia says, is Sugar Sugar, which is an engineering game. Yes, my kids play that one all the time, or my students. I call my students my kids, and I have my kids, and they all just answer. Yeah, which is great. They love that game. So some other our favorite games that my students have are Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, like I said, Minecraft, Clash of Clans, Madden 17. Like I said, I have lots of boys, and lots of boys play games, video games especially. Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm so, between Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, I've taken away so many cards. Because they just have to play, and I have to teach them, there's a time and place for everything, and that wasn't the time nor the place, but they do get them back. Laura says all the kids were into it at the end of last year, and that must have been her game that she shared. Sometimes Twitter is not very nice to me, and it doesn't put things in the order I need to see them. Okay, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. She is on Ditto in the Breakout EDU. It's a community learning. I mean, you got to work together. It's just an amazing strategy game. And I did share out. Quiver asked me to write an article on ways I can use Pokemon for education. So if you go to Quiver Vision, they do have a brand new website or updated website. Still the same address. Up at the top right-hand corner is media. And if you click on that, you're going to see blog posts from like guest bloggers that they're asking people to write different articles for their website. And I happened to be one of the first ones they asked, and it happened to be an augmented reality education game or augmented game, and I turned it into education. And I came out with over a dozen. I still have more. I didn't include them all. Ways that you can use Pokemon Go into your curriculum. So feel free to share that out. Give Quiver a nice tweet saying, hey, you love it. It just helps me out a little. Larry's sharing out some more zombie-based lessons. Terry is saving the sugar. Or no, she wants sugar. If you Google it, it's there. If the kids can find it, I think we can find it too. Cindy says, is Minecraft a game? They love that, and I'm hoping to find a way to use Pokemon Go in the classroom this year. Ideas. I just shared them out, Cindy, so feel free to steal, borrow, change my ideas, make them your own. Let's see what else. Shirley. For vocabulary development, including ESOL students, games like Apples to Apples. And my students love Apples to Apples. And we have a handful of English as a second language students. And they just they eat it up. And then I have them explain why they picked the one that they picked, which just puts another twist to the Apples to Apples. Susan's students love Minecraft cards, fantasy sports, and Battleship. Larry wants to know if this is a combination GHO and Twitter chat. It is. I am both live in Twitter and in GHO at the same time. It's a miracle. If I could type. Let's see. Terry's kids love the coding games. Anne's kids love Play Boggle, Rally Cube. Those are some really fun games. Card games, practice math facts, things like that are awesome. Minecraft is huge for Larry. Definitely a great deal in education and value. Totally agree. My students also love to play Minecraft, says Camellia. And it'll be interesting to see if playing Pokemon Go when they get back. I was playing, I got a confession, playing Pokemon Go with my daughter this afternoon, and I put a lure on one of the Pokestops, and I had like 6 kids come and hang out, and we were catching Pokemon. It was at the park. There was a Pokestop at the park. So yeah, it was a great time had by all. And I caught a purple blob thing. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so we need to move on to question 3, and I'm going to run out of time, so I need to quit talking so much. Have you incorporated any games into your curriculum? It sounds like we have, especially the Minecraft. I have done Jeopardy, Kahoot, Code.org, Digital passport. I've done what's the other digital one? Digital passport, digital compass, which both of those are for common sense medium to teach internet safety and digital citizenship. And the passport is geared for the younger kids, but I still use it for my middle school kids. And then the common sense one, or the upper, like 5th grade on up, kind of 6th grade, 7th grade, all the way through high school. It gives them scenarios and stuff. It's a really great tool. Larry'sDenco.org. We have Andrew. He's incorporated Minecraft. I love it when people pop in. I like to see new faces. And hacking space for games and curriculum. Also use Sellers of Cant. That's another person doing the Sellers game. I'm gonna have to check that out. And he's done NitroType as well, which is great. I race my students, and my students can't believe that I can type on an average day. It's 60 words per minute. If I'm really trying, I can go up to 80. We have Tori joining us. So hi, Tori. Let's see. Susan wants more information about Hackspace, so do I. Cindy does a lot of online flash games, scavenger hunts, online web caches, and breakout EDU to review for math content. What a great idea. And no, Susan, it's not for math only. It's problem solving. It's social. It's a lot of things. Social skill building, critical thinking, not just math. Tori does Kahoot, Minecraft, same here. Or not Minecraft, but Kahoot. I want to do Minecraft. We're getting ready for question number 4, Codable. That's a good one, Camille. Uses Codable with students. So why do you pick these games that you've picked to be used in your classroom, to incorporate into your curriculum? I mean, what is their draw that you pick those games that you've mentioned to be used in your curriculum? So Andrew is sharing some resources, so we'll definitely keep an eye on AR for Learning. We'll share those out. Cindy is definitely explaining that Breakout EDU can be used with all subjects, PD, team building, etc. You can make your own content, and you can tie your standards to it. The reason Larry has chosen the games he has chosen is because of the high level engagement with the ones with solid education value. And I have to agree, I've done that. I mean, that's why I picked them, because they're engaging. Definitely kids are drawn to them. I mean, that's how when we were learning how to walk and talk and, read, and we were playing. We played house. We played games. We played peekaboo. I mean, that's how we learn as kids, and we need to kind of keep that going, because, that's how we're wired. Definitely gotta keep the games, and it doesn't, like I said, doesn't have to be video games. It doesn't have to be Pokemon Go. It doesn't have to be Yu-Gi-Oh or Minecraft. It could be any game. Things that are fun and engaging. School should be fun. Learning should be fun. Yes, Cindy, I have tried quizzes. It's self-paced, where you put in your quizzes. Kahoots is not self-paced. It's a time thing, and then they also have a team. They've added a team part to it, which is great for STEM class and challenges, and break my students up into groups, and they have to work together and find the answer really quickly and beat the other teams. Okay. So Cindy uses games to reinforce content and foster critical thinking skills, which is great use of games. Definitely those critical thinking skills, and I want to say social skills too. We need those. Kids need those. The soft skills don't get taught when you're doing worksheets or working in a textbook. Playing the games and building those skills, it helps. Troy says he chooses these games for engagement. Usability can be used for multiple purposes, and content. The kids love them too. And Andrew, the important piece of game creating is to play with different ideas, design and create for different types of players. And when I was teaching social studies, 6th grade social studies, the ancient Egypt, China and Japan, all those ancients, I used an online game creator because I had some students that were really, really low, and I had some students that were autistic, and the games brought them out of their shell and brought them up to the level of learning that the other kids were. So I designed those review games. And I did different ones. It wasn't always the same one. Like an online Jeopardy game. ReviewGameZone.com is the one, and I shared it on Twitter. It's the one that I use quite a bit to build those games, and it made a difference. It really did. I connected with those kids, and they enjoyed class, and they enjoyed learning, and they loved it, and they got the information, and they learned it. And I think it was the first time that a lot of them passed a social studies type class, or because they got it. So games definitely belong in the classroom. Okay. I'm not for sure. I think I either posted something wrong or I mistyped. But definitely, hands down, kids love playing games. They learn that way. Okay, so I'm going to move to question 5. We're not quite there on Twitter, but we will be. Do you think games belong in education? If so, and I think that's what did not post. So I'm going to have to figure out why that did not post. Gotta love trying to do 3 things at once. Can't believe that did not post. Come on, let me in. Okay, while we're waiting for that, I'm giving away a digital copy of my book. Make sure, and I share out the form link in Twitter. Make sure you fill it out. You may be the lucky AR for Learning winner. You never know. I gather up all the entries and I do a random pick. Let's see, why is question 5 not posting? Come on, load for me. Okay. I use Participate Learning to schedule my tweets. And I have no idea why 5 did not go. So you're going to watch me tweet it out. You're going to see my secret, my behind the scenes of what I do to get prepared for AR for learning. Every week. I could type. I cannot type today. Okay, so, okay, that tweeted, that went, we'll go back. Okay. Don't know why that did not go. Okay, so Cindy has come up with 5 reasons to use, or she found an article, 5 reasons to use games in the classroom. That link has been shared, so make sure that you get that resource. Camellia says, absolutely, games are engaging way to introduce, teach, and review content. I totally agree. Let's see, what else do we got here? Susan said, she read the other day, if kids love it, it is our responsibility to hack it for learning. And I totally agree. If they love it, we got to be where they are. That's the reason I play the Clash of Clans and the Pokemon Go. And I tried Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't understand it, but I tried. Because you've got to be where the kids are. That's where they are. We've got to bring it into our classrooms, and we need to use it because it's got their attention. And that's what we try to do, is get their attention all the time. Thank you, Andrew, for retweeting question number 5. I still don't know what happened to it. It got lost in cyberspace. And Susan says, in one word, for the answer for number 5 is definitely. Okay, so we're moving on to number 6. Who has played Pokemon Go, Minecraft, any of the Mario games, Mario Kart, Mario Brothers? I mean, there's tons of them. Wii Sports, Guitar Hero, or Monopoly. I personally have played them all. Yeah. I'm not very good at Minecraft. I'm really good at digging holes. Other than that, Minecraft and I do not get along. Pokemon Go, I understand it. Mario, I cannot do it for the life of me to get the Mario to jump high and where I need him to go. Yeah, the Wii and I do not get along. Where I want it to go, it doesn't go. Maybe I need a thought controller, tell the Mario guy to go, or the Peaches, or whatever I choose. Wii Sports is a great game, especially in education and PE. Definitely to challenge kids, get them up and moving. Guitar Hero is great for math and rhythm and music and writing. You can have them write the lyrics to a song and then play it out. And I play them so that I understand where my kids are coming from. This is what they like to do. I want to know why. Why is it so engaging for them? And how can I use it in the classroom? So, and I'm glad I'm not alone in that thought. Camelia's attempted all of them except Wii Sports. She sees her students. She's played to see what my students were talking about. Same here. Oops. The Madden, when they played Madden, the football one, I'm not into football, so I don't play that one. Shirley agrees. Don't believe social studies have that opportunity to engage in term talking, problem solving, sportsmanship, fun and engagement. So we've got to really bring those games in to bring those skills to the kids so that they can definitely work and problem solve. Larry's done the old school Mario Brothers. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to go back old school, and maybe the Mario guy will go where I want him to. Okay. Wow, I can't believe our time's getting close. We got to announce the winner. Wait. After question 7. So, question 7 is coming up. I was hoping it would post. Has it posted? Technical difficulties. God, I love tech. I'm ahead of my questions. Okay, so I am going to ask the question, and maybe Twitter will catch up with me. How can you use any of the games I listed in question 6 in your curriculum? There's so many ways to use those games. No, I didn't post. Laura says, for question number 5, yes, when kids are motivated in games, it will translate into learning by transference, and I totally agree with that. Students create, Camille says students create games in Scratch. In Scratch, I introduced Scratch to some of my students, and I think you have to understand the drag and drop block coding to really make Scratch work. My students got too frustrated. I think it was just a little over their head. So I went back to code.org and to Bitsbots, and so that kids can practice with the block coding and then typing out the code and seeing that what they type or what they pull down in the series of blocks is what their little thing does or what they need to do to solve the problem. Hopefully I can get my kids past code.org so that they're in Scratch and they're building their own games. I did this with Bitsbots, so I did have kids building their own app, but it was very, 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 very simple. Baby steps. When they come to me right now, I'm their first time they see or heard the word code. So it takes a while for them to adjust, and I have a lot of pullback with my kids because they don't understand it and they think it's geeky, it's not for them. And then once they start trying it and they understand it, then they start singing a different tune. But getting them to that point has been a struggle. So Scratch is a great tool. It really is. Oh, Tina. Hi, Tina. Nice to see you. It's Mario Monopoly. Rekindles her youth, and son loves them. Can't get into Minecraft, but tried. Not interested. No interest. And I'm right there with you. I've tried. I really have. I think I start showing my age with some of the games that the kids want to play. And Larry says the games that were listed in 6 are useful for building background knowledge, persistence, goal setting, teamwork, and so much. And that's why I listed this. Oh, Jessica, long time no see. And she forgot the hashtag, so I will retweet it so that everybody else can see it. Jessica was a new teacher this last school year. And she is moved to the Seattle area. So it was nice to see you. Hang on, I got a lot of tweets here. She does code combat. I'm going to have to try that one with my kids. It allows students to code in either Python or JavaScript. She had it down to 2nd grade using it. And I need to talk with you, Jessica. I want to see how you did that. You just never know. I really need to get my kids thinking outside the box and thinking, you know, that coding can be used in so many ways, math and language arts, and I can go on, and because that's my passion, along with augmented reality. Okay, so I've shared out again the article that I wrote for Quiver on the Pokemon Go in case you didn't get it, and also went a little deeper on a lesson. I gave you an example of how to use the Quiver dot daysheet and create your own Pocket Monster. So that was an example that I have for the Pokemon Go. And there's so many other examples I can be sharing. I just have to type them up. But I used Google Draw to create the stats for my Pocket Monster, so that my stat sheet is interactive. I can scan it and get my little Pocket Monster to move around and bubble, and then you can read his stats. Kids would love, let's stress it, love creating their own augmented Pocket Monster. Okay, so we are going to have a winner very shortly. So let me go get that pictures up and running. Like I said, fill out that form. I put all the names into a random generator, and the Twitter names, and then it shoots out a winner for me, and then I give you a digital copy of my book. You've got to fill out the form. If you don't fill out the form, I won't know that you won it, and you won't have a chance to win it. So our winner this time, drum roll. Oh, come on, Twitter. Larry's excited. Our winner is a regular of AR for Learning. She loves art. She teaches art. She already knows she won because I already sent her the book. So let's hope she'd be on. We'll see if she pops in. Drum roll, come on. Is Natalie. Doo-doo. So this week is Natalie. She is our winner for AR for Learning and has won a digital copy of my book. If you want a digital copy, like I said, fill out the form. If you don't fill out the form, I won't know that you want it. Oops, I shouldn't have closed that. Okay, so we are going to be moving on to question number 8 as soon as Twitter catches up with me. Anne says for answer number 5, anything can be included in learning as long as it does not harm and it inspires kids to stretch their minds. And I totally agree with that. Got to stretch their minds, got to get them thinking outside the box. Okay, so question number 8. Twitter is trying to load. Are there games that we haven't talked about you would like to see used in education? And if so, what are they? use a lot of games. So I can't think of one off the top of my head that I haven't tried or would like to try. Other than the Breakout EDU, I would like to try that one in the digital version because I'm digital. Let's see, what else could we try in my classroom? We do a lot of typing. We do a lot of problem solving. I want them to create their own games. We can't quite get there. So I have it. We just haven't done it because I only get the kids for a semester, and in that semester's time, I have to teach them researching skills. I have to teach them spreadsheet skills, word processing skills, presentation skills. And if I get time, it's like in December and in May, when I get time, we spend 2-3 weeks on coding. I need to find a way to bring that closer and having more time in my classroom for the kids to actually really fully understand it and build their own game, build their own app, get them inspired and creating. Okay, so Twitter finally caught up with me. Usually I'm slower than Twitter, but that's okay. So if you have any games that you would like to try, or use them as a sounding board, hey, I want to try this game, how do you think I can do it in my classroom? This is my age of my kids, this is how many kids I have. Shoot that out to us so that we can help you, and we can maybe we work better together. Our PLN is a very strong one. The AR for Learning Community is really strong. We're together. We're learning. We're figuring it out. We're stronger together. Andrew loves the idea of community to come in, even have this game night at a local bookstore. Yes, our grade school does a family game night. Like I said, it builds the social skills, the soft skills, problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills. So to bring it into after school and bring it into the community, it just makes it stronger. Jessica, our new teacher here, she is working on a project with the game journey, a combined storytelling, communication, culture, ASL, and other parts. Awesome. I would love to hear more about it. I definitely would. Andrew says thanks for the chat and everybody participating, and love the learning and the ideas. So Andrew, make sure that you follow the hashtag and stay up to what's being shared. And again, it will be archived and it'll be put in our community and will be shared out. Susan would like to do Google Expeditions to branch into actual VR games. I would love to do that too. I tried. I filled out the form when they asked for your state. The next response back was, sorry, we are not coming to your state anytime soon. So I'm not sure if I'll get a chance to do the Google Expedition. But I would love to. That's also great to have the VR in my classroom too. So great idea. Cindy is joining us a little late. She was in the pool. Oh my goodness. She says that clocks don't work during summer vacation. Yeah, I know. We lose track of time in the summer. We really do. But it's our vacation. We get to do that. Shirley says she's old school, limited classroom technology and learning the curve of technology, trying to learn and grow more this year. So Shirley, stay with us. We'll help you. You have any questions, just shout. We will answer them as quickly as we can. We definitely love to help people. Angry Birds. I'm not for sure how to include Angry Birds. Watch the movie; it was really funny. But how to include that into the classroom? Physics. I can see that. Good idea, Larry. You tell me if your kids are into it. My husband and I played Angry Birds, and then we gave up on it. So. Physics, problem solving. I guess you could have a bulletin board with scores on it and see, which students can get the highest score, and do some math on the averages and the means and the mode. Not quite sure. Okay, so we do have some learning this weekend for AR for Learning at 10 o'clock. On Saturday Central Time. There will be augmented interactive student notebooks. It will be a GHO. It is for EdCamp Global. I will be the lead on that, so feel free to join us for that as well. And then there is bringing learning to life with pre-made augmented content. Again, I will be the lead. It's a GHO, and it's for EdCamp Global. It's right after the notebook one at 11 a.m. Central Time. So feel free to join me at EdCamp Global and share and learn more about augmented reality. Tina says motivation is the key to tackle and master one at a time. Yes, motivation is definitely the key to that. And I totally believe in the one step at a time. Don't try to overdo it. Learn one thing, and then once you are comfortable with that, then you move on and learn something new. I am also helping out with a global project called Cultural Box Exchange. We have a community. We will be grouping classes up in September. You can fill out the form to participate. It is a great global project. And it came about during a Twitter chat. I think it was I can't remember which. I'm on so many. I might have been the third grade Twitter chat. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. We have several in our community, or in our augmented reality community. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. But it's a way for our students to learn about different cultures. We do have, I can tell you, we do have a school that signed up that's in Australia. We've got schools around the States. We have, I want to say over 20 schools so far that have signed up, all different grade levels. And we'll pair you up it'll be a group. We haven't decided if it's going to be 3 classes or 4 classes in one group. And you'll be on a rotation, and you'll take your box. It can be a digital box. It could be an actual box. It could be both. And you will pass it to the next person underneath you. You'll go in a circle until you get your box back. And you'll fill it up with things about your culture, about your school, about some items. It could be digital items. It could be, do not do like produce unless it's plastic. We don't know perishables. You don't want a box coming stinking to you. So make sure there's a form in the community to fill out, and we will pair you up. And next week, God, I'm going to lose my voice. Oops. Next week, we are going to do AR for Learning. We'll be back to school August 4th. And then we're going to take a break, and we'll not have another AR for Learning until the end of August. I am moving my son to college, and the start of school, and it's just a little too much at the moment. So we'll do August 4th, and then the last Thursday in August, we'll do another one. So we are going to take a break, but the first one in August will be back to school. So join me for AR for Learning Back to School edition on August 4th. And then I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Follow the hashtag AR for Learning. Stay connected. Follow the people that were in the group or in the chat tonight. And join in on our Google Plus community. That's where we share lessons and ideas. So feel free to post in there, and feel free to share, steal ideas, borrow them. So thank you all for joining. The video will be also posted and shared out. So if you need to go back and see some of the things that we talked about, feel free to watch it. And I am going to, oops, there's that spiral again. And I am going to say thank you for joining, and see you guys next week in Twitter, not a Google Hangout. It'll be just a Twitter chat.